Hi my lovelies, I'm so happy that you're with me today because as you can see, we have finished the cardigan and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this video. It's all going to come together and go from this to this. If you're joining me for the first time, I'm Kat and this is the last in a 5-part series. So I'll link the playlist for you here. And everyone else, I can't believe it. We're on the home stretch. If you've been making this with me, I am so excited to hear about your journey with it because I feel like I've birthed the cardigan. It's fantastic. Without further ado, this is how I finished the cardigan. We're gonna do the part that goes all around the bottom of the cardigan. It's gonna be exactly the same as your cuffs, but it's gonna be a lot longer. And we're gonna be using our larger hook just to give a more spaced out sort of effect, and we're gonna chain 5, okay? So we're gonna do our slip knot, then we're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we are gonna go into the 4th and out, and then into here and pull up, into here again. Oops. Pull up, push, pull through, and then into that space. All right, so it looks a little bit like this. It's nice and chunky, and you have something that looks a little bit like your cuff, like that. And then you're going to chain 1, turn, and then literally do exactly the same thing again until the length of this is 40 inches long. From here upwards is going to be 40 inches. So here we go, here's our 40 inches, and that is going to go along the bottom of your cardigan, okay? So it's not as long as the bottom of your cardigan because you're going to bunch the cardigan up a little bit just to give it kind of like a puffy effect at the bottom. Okay, so now we've done that, we're going to start sewing our parts together because that's all we have left to do. So get your back section and lay it out, and then lay all the other parts out, and you'll see that is the front of your cardigan. So what you want to do is sew this part together. All right, so I'm just going to show you how I'm doing mine, and just get your tapestry needle or darning needle and just line up the stitches, which should be the same amount, and then just start to sew. You're just going to line them up and then take the first stitch of this one and go through, and then come up this one and come through. If you've come this far with me, hello, I see you, comment below. We're going to have a lovely chunky cardigan at the end of this. You're just gonna sew all the way down and do that on the other side as well. Okay, I've had my nails done, okay, and I cut my fingers, so I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to check back in with you, see how you're doing, and I've sewed these parts now, but I just wanted to make sure that you have a little checklist. You've got the back section, you've got the 2 sides, then you've got the hooded section, and then you've got both arms, and then you have got this, which is the bottom part. So that's what you need at this stage, and I've already sewed those other 2 up. I just didn't want to leave you hanging. And now I'm going to sew on the arms first. Now we're going to sew on the hood. I haven't sewed this bit up yet, but this is the part where there's going to be a lot of weight on this part. In fact, most of the weight hanging is going to be on the shoulder parts. So just make sure that you sew them up really well, and then we are going to then add the hood. Sew this on, just make sure like you sew it normally. And then we are going to add the piece de resistance, which is your hood. You can have it like that actually, or like this. I think I prefer it the Ariana way, which is that. Okay, so what we'll do is we're gonna line it up where your bottom part is. You're gonna start sewing it from here. So the start of your hood is gonna be further down than the top. I hope that makes sense. This is going to be a little bit tricky because you're connecting kind of a square bit that's going up where it should be. There we go. Just weave in any ends that you need to. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Right, the next bit we're going to do is we're just going to sew the bottom bit on, okay? And then we'll be done. Exciting. So we're going to do the bunchy thing I was talking about. Just going to give it a bit of shape. So obviously this is shorter. Intentionally, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just bunch this bit up and then neatly sew it into this. And I can do it into there, and just as you go along, hold this a little bit inwards, and then it should just create a nice baggy effect like with this bit, or you can kind of stretch it like that along and then you'll get the same effect. So instead of going to that one, I'm now going into this little kind of bit here. It's still going to look really nice and neat. So you're gathering this material inwards all the time. Do kind of every other stitch and then just go back on yourself. So when you've done this, you are going to go back all the way along and just fill in the stitches, fill in all the little gap bits. So excited because we're done and it's finished, and I'm just going to put it on to show you. It looks amazing.
If you make anything this year, make it this cardigan because it is just so special. It's cozy, it's warm, it's like a big hug, and you definitely won't regret making it. If you prefer to follow the pattern, the full pattern is in my Etsy shop, which I have linked below. And if you don't have your yarn yet, don't worry because I have linked that below as well. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would absolutely love that. And if you liked this video, you'll absolutely love this video. And I will see you there. Bye.